Franklin here, and today I want to talk about evolution. No, not biological evolution or the evolution of space and time. I want to talk about technological evolution, since I'm a tech channel, of course. But I know it would be boring to talk about every single technological breakthrough in human history, and this video will be 3 hours long, so I'm not gonna do that, duh. But a few days ago I was playing football, and I thought, since I'm a tech channel and I like football, why not make a video on how technology affected the game that we all love the most. For my American viewers, I'm not talking about your football, I'm talking about soccer. What kind of word is that? Soccer. So, if you're interested, let's get into the video. But, hold on. Let's not get to the video yet. First, I want you to subscribe to my channel. If it's your first time meeting me, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Yeah, if it's your first time here, subscribe to my channel though. Watch the video, the whole video, and like it. You decide if you want to like it or dislike it. I would appreciate both because they count as interaction. Leave your feedback in the comments down below and let's get into the video. At the beginning of the 19th century, the game of football started to take shape and gain popularity in the public schools of Britain. 2 barreless posts would be placed at each end of a field with goalkeepers in between them, and teams would strategize on how they could go about scoring more goals than their opponent. The game grew bigger into big stadiums until it became a national sport. Basically, it was being played every Sunday as a fun activity, but no one foreseen what the game of football would become. In the 16th of September 1937, the first ever football game was broadcasted on TV by the BBC network, which was created 1 year before in 1936. But that game was pre-recorded. It was between Arsenal and Arsenal reserves. Just talking about Arsenal, I'm in pain, bro. I'm an Arsenal fan. Henry did it. Thierry Henry did it. Made me fall in love with that fucking club. Anyway, but as I said, that game was pre-recorded using cameras back then. The cameras back then were not as developed as they are. So we already seen in the early stages of football the introduction of technology. Football didn't just stay a fun Sunday activity, but it became a mainstream attraction because of the popularity it was gaining. In fact, the first ever live broadcasted game came years later in 1946, so that's 1 year after World War II has ended. But again, due to technical difficulties and some issues they were having back then, because the technology back then was not as developed as it is today, the game was not fully live streamed because of, as I said, technical difficulties. It was getting too dark. Well, you might say back in the day they had lights. Yeah, they did. But lights back in the day were not as strong as they are today. Big ass projectors used in stadiums were not as developed as they are today. Plus the cameras also were not as developed with the aperture and all of that. So that was considered as a technical difficulty. A few years go by, humanity develops some strong lights to enlighten stadiums where it will fucking confuse you and you would think they were playing at daytime and this game is not live. Happened to me before. My bad. In the 1980s, technology really started to make its way into football. With video analysis coming into fray, coaches were using videos and pre-recorded tapes to rewatch their games and focus on what they were missing on and how they lacked on certain skills. Coaches and players alike, basically the whole club, and find new ways to develop on them and work on their skills. So basically, technology was used to help players get better by watching themselves again. A few years back, that was not possible. You could just play the game and try to figure out on your own what you was missing on and try to improve on that. So now you can watch yourself. In the 1990s came the heart rate monitoring device, which was a way for clubs to collect data about their players' health and conditions and find ways to improve on them for better efficiency. So now you have video analysis that you can basically rewatch yourself and see where it was lacking and fix that. And also you have something to monitor your health and help you collect data on your players, which one is efficient and which one is not, which one is well conditioned and which one is not, so you can improve on that. Plus all the medicinal development and all that. Injury was less and less likely to happen, and if it happens, the recovery time was not as long as it used to be before, because technology helps for recovery and diet and all of that. Those inventions also help the world of football. That's also considered tech. We can see after just a few years from having difficulty to live stream a game, into having video playback, into having heart rate monitoring devices, into having better lighting, better cameras. Games were easily live broadcasted. It was not a difficulty anymore because the mainstream media also got developed because of technology. Technology made sports, made football as big as it is because it made it mainstream. Due to that, football didn't just stay as an English thing, as an English fun activity to do on Sundays. Football became mainstream. In fact, it is the #1 sport in the world, gaining popularity all over the globe. If you're a flat earther, yeah, that's on you, blood. All over the flat surface. No discrimination over here. In fact, technology was implemented in the most simple things that you would not think about. How perfect is the pitch and how it would affect the game, how much air pressure you need inside a ball for it to be the perfect ball. Creating electronic and tracking performance systems to help you track the effectiveness of certain players on a pitch, tracking stats to see how many passes were made and how many of those were successful, to give you a better understanding of the game and how the game went. Even to the point where they were able to track a certain player and where he was most effective on the pitch using heat trackers and heat sensors. Yeah, also, remember the times we used to be confused if a goal went in or not? Yeah, that's a thing of the past. We don't have that anymore. Back in the day, if the ball crosses the line and the ref didn't see it, that was not a goal. Now we have sensors in the goals, so every time the ball crosses the line, a signal is sent to the referee on a watch on his wrist to signify and indicate that that's actually a goal. Back in the day, remember, you used to be mad when there was a free kick or a penalty and it was not given due to referee missing it or misjudgment of the referee. We don't have that anymore due to video assistant referee. Some people say VAR ruined the game of football. Well, I think that too, but it's a great development. Now, if there is a penalty, it doesn't matter who's losing and who's winning. If there is a penalty, it is a penalty. It is reviewed and signaled to the referee as a penalty. If there is an offside, it is reviewed and the goal is not counted. It gives justice, basically. That is justice served. It doesn't matter on which side you are, as long as your side does not commit anything wrong, don't matter. If your booty fat, you know where I'm at. So we can say that technology throughout the years affected the game of football in a beautiful way and made it more enjoyable to watch. And made it even possible to watch the game of football. Made it as big as it is today. So it's been your boy, Rincon. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it. If you did not, you can dislike it. That's your choice. And see you when I see you. Peace.